since you guys ended up matching, have you guys gone on a date?
I feel like the day after was like a date, I guess.
Okay, so
That means no. They never went on a real date.
after filming, you guys went out?
And whatever happened, it looks like he is not amused at all.
Yeah, for brunch.
Oh, okay. So how was that planned? How would everything go? Let me know.
I mean, if he wants to talk, he can.
Okay, go ahead, Cliff.
So I mean, basically, she had a flight to catch that next morning. And I
Okay.
decided, she was close near to the airport, so it was a little breakfast brunch like Snooze Eatery. So I decided we
Oh, I
can,
like snooze.
yeah. So I decided, let's just go there for brunch and catch up and try to get to know each other and talk a little bit. So I decided to take her to Snooze, so we went to Snooze for brunch that morning.
Okay. How'd that go? How was it for you, Cliff?
It went well. I feel like it went well. We had good conversation. We had mimosas, drinks. We got
Okay.
to feel her energy a little bit more. So I feel like the vibe was pretty smooth for me. When that
Okay.
was the first time us 1-on-1. So it was pretty cool for me though, for the most part.
Okay. How was it for you, Ro?
It was okay. I mean, I enjoyed myself. I mean, it was a few things that I was noticing during the brunch, but overall
Uh
it was
oh.
okay.
His
Okay.
phone
Like
was turned
what?
over?
What were you noticing?
I already addressed it to Cliff. Like, I feel like it was just like some topics that were being brought up a lot, and it was kind of like why were we discussing it? If that makes sense.
I'm like, what's your body count? Like, what's going on?
Okay.
What
Cliff, did
topic?
you want to touch on that?
Basically, basically the topic that she saying that I brought up was she asked me a question about from the show who was what the females that popped me, and I explained to
Mm-hmm.
her one of the contestants that one of the females that popped me, but I guess she said I brought that up multiple times when we were out or when we was there, but
So it's like she asked about it just to have a short conversation about it, and I guess she's making it seem like you kept bringing it up after that.
I don't feel like
Like you
I feel.
brought up the other contestant or you brought up being popped?
Well, I told her about who the female was that popped me,
Oh,
and I guess
okay.
she felt like I brought it up so many times, but I mean she asked me the question, I
Did you?
explained it to her, so. But she said I brought it up multiple times. I don't really recall bringing it up that many times, but I guess in her mindset, she said I brought it up multiple times. So I don't know.
Okay.
We would have to actually see and sit with them during that conversation in order to kind of get where she was coming from.
Ro.
I don't remember asking you about it because I know that you had discussed it like prior that night, like when we were in the car, and it wasn't. She wasn't the only one that popped on you. You have to remember that. But I feel like she was being brought up more just because y'all had common interest. So I feel like maybe your mindset was somewhere else, if that makes sense.
Huh.
Well,
Okay, so you feel like, oh, sorry, Cliff, go
I
ahead.
mean, we was eating that night when we went out. She had asked me the question, like, who was the, because she was curious, like, who was the ones that popped, and I explained who the ones was, but it was one that I did explain that I did have a little more similar interest with,
Oh,
which I
okay.
can't deny and lie about that. But yeah, I
Oh,
mean, that was the truth, but fact. But I don't feel like I brought it up constantly, but I did explain to her who it was.
sometimes when somebody says something like that and you bring something up, let's say one time, it's a mutual conversation about it. Even if the other person starts a conversation about another person or whoever, right? It was a girl. And let's say if it comes up one more time and you say something else that kind of relates to what y'all talking about, that relates to that girl, some like a conversation y'all doing to relate, oh, back to, when I talk about the other girl that popped named Tanya and da da da, and such and such and such and such. And then that's it. Let's say you only talked about it twice and you only bring it up once after that. They're going to be like her and be like, you brought it up all the time. That happens. It's like not bring it up once, you bring it up the first time. Yes, but you kept bringing it up. Yeah, only one other time. Yeah, that's too many times. Like, what? But you don't even know her, so I don't know. I don't know how that went. That's how what I'm thinking because that happened to me before. So
So I mean, and I just left it at that. But I mean, I feel she felt like I said it more than multiple times. So I guess it is. It is what it is on
Okay.
that.
So, Ro, you feel like that other contestant was more his type? Is that what, like, is that the
Um,
vibe that you were getting,
I
or?
I can't say type, like he said, like more. They had just more in common, and
Okay.
like even like Cliff when we were like at brunch, I even said like, why do you keep talking about it? And then you're like, oh no, I don't know what you said after that, but I know me saying that. Okay, why are we still talking about it? Like it just was
Mm.
like kept going.
Okay,
She
So
what
that's
that
else?
just
What else? She popped on him. What's the next thing? Because both of y'all talking about it. You got the host talking damn about her. Like, what else?
that's the part where I'm confused at because at brunch I don't really feel like I brought her name up. I brought her name
Oh
up that night,
God,
and that was
Jesus,
pretty
man,
much it.
come
Like
on.
brunch, I feel like we was
This girl, God damn it.
talking about everything else besides that. So I don't really see myself saying that constantly. But I mean, if she feel like that, I said it multiple times. We just gonna leave it at that. She feel like I said it multiple
Okay, cool.
times.
Leave
So
it at that. Yeah.
So you guys went out the night before the brunch as well,
Mhm.
or?
yeah, we went out. Yeah, we went out that night too.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Where'd you guys go that night?
Yeah. What's up with that?
I think it was Yard House.
Okay, and it was just
But
you two,
everybody
or it
was
was like
there
a.
before we got there because he
Oh,
took me to
okay.
go
Oh,
change.
it was a group thing. One of those group things. All
Hmm.
right.
So I wanted to be in something a little bit more comfortable. So he took me to my Airbnb to go change, and then that's when we met everybody at your house.
Okay, so this one was more. Yard House is more like a group setting. Everyone else from the show.
Right, right. It
Okay, I
wasn't
see.
all the matches, but it was just like a few of us.
Got it. Okay, and then.
Quick side note. I started using hotels. Like everybody should start using hotels again. They're better. I like to. I'm officially like I'm back on hotels. I like hotels better than Airbnb. Airbnb sometimes are cool, depending on the situation or whatever. But I've only been in other people's Airbnbs when they rented them out. I've been thinking about using Vrbo maybe, but at the same time, I'm back on hotels. Hotels is back in. Airbnbs is too sketchy, weird. Even some of the really, really nice, luxurious looking ones, I don't know about them, man. But you can get an app to see if there's cameras in the house. Apparently, there's a few apps out there. Or one, I know one app out there. This dude Ben Baller put me on. This jeweler. He was like, you walk up to anybody's house, use this specific app, and you could detect cameras if they have cameras in the house. But I don't know. Airbnbs are just, I don't know. I just seen too much shit. Been in some shit. I'm back on hotel.
Brunch the next day was just the two of you guys.
Right, right.
Okay, okay. So then after brunch, what happened? Obviously, I know you had to go catch a flight. How's
Yeah, he took me to just to the catch my flight. Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
okay? And how has the communication and
Yeah,
everything been since then?
that's the real tea.
That has not been in communication.
Oh, okay. So after brunch, you guys
I
determined
mean,
that it wasn't.
after, yes, like when I got here, like back to Texas, yes.
Hmm.
Because of that one girl.
But like we like talked about some stuff, and I think like we wasn't on the same page, and maybe like he felt like a certain way, and then I honestly don't want to bring up this issue because I don't know if I can discuss it,
You
but
oh
like
no
what
no
was going on
no.
in this
You gotta discuss it now. This is a factor in the situation of what happened.
chat, and it just was like a lot that was going on.
The
So
chat. The chat. What happened in the
Okay.
chat?
it
What was
kind of
going
like,
on?
I guess like I remember asking Cliff, like, what's your like normal or usual type that you go for? I mean, he told me.
Uh-huh.
And then, he asked me, and, I told him, there's a particular like nationality that I do talk to just because it's like what I'm used to.
Yeah, Arlette. What she talking about, Arlette? I don't know what she's talking about.
But I think he kind of took it as like I didn't want to get to know him. Like I honestly like wanted to step out of my comfort zone. And I really was interested. Like I really told him that I'm open and that I don't want to ever miss out on a blessing ever. So I don't want to
Hmm.
say like this person is my person because he's this color or this nationality or this ethnicity. And if that makes sense.
Okay. I
So
Okay.
guess.
I did say that, but I don't know if something else like made him not like want to communicate. Because then even like we had a discussion like one night when we talked on the phone, and
So is this like interracial or something? Interracial date? Is that what you? I don't know. She said nationality. Usually nationality. I'm thinking like Brazilian or something like that, or something. Overseas. But what is it? Like some African or?
you're like, oh, I'll text you in the morning, and then I didn't hear anything else.
Because usually she said nationality, but then usually a girl says something like, "Well, he might not want to talk to me anymore if I tell him I'm used to talking to a certain type of guy or something like that." I'm like, and it's a black dude or a white dude. He'd be like, "What is it?" A black dude be like, "So do you date white boys usually? And this is the first time dating a black dude, or what's going on?"
From you.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, so Cliff, she's kind of saying you guys had a discussion. You said you were gonna call her the next day or whatever it was, and she didn't hear back from you. What would you say led to that?
Well, one thing, it was a lot of stuff going on in my head that was brought up to my attention too. I kind
Hmm.
of didn't want to share it at that moment, but Another thing that was brought up to me was Rose had a a 53-year-old Nigerian man taking care of her. So this that was brought up to my attention as well, from a few people that she was on the show with as well. So and then just with her when she explained the
Whoa.
whole like
Okay.
she haven't really experienced African American man, and she
Oh
was
wait, I didn't say that.
she said she
I
had
didn't say that
you said you have
because
you said you
my mom is from Louisiana. I grew up with my mom. Like
but you
I
said you have
dated like
We ain't talking about your mom. We don't care about who your mom messing with. We talking about you.
she basically said she haven't dealt with an African
I
American man
didn't
in a
say
while.
I've never dealt.
You said it's been a
I've never said I've never dealt. Please don't put words in my mouth
bro. You said you
because
haven't.
I consider
You want to say what he going to say? Look at Arlette like, hold up.
myself Black American, even though my dad it was Nigerian. I
Hmm.
consider myself Black American. I've dated so many Black American men, but I'm saying the older I got, I just started like dating like Nigerian men, and I
Uh
just feel
huh.
like a comfort. Like,
Uh
With the
huh.
so I'm just
Nigerians.
telling you, I haven't dated any African, I mean, Black American men in a while. That's all I was saying.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Okay.
explaining. That I'm explaining. So
No,
she
but you
haven't.
Okay.
said
Sorry.
that I have never.
I said you haven't dealt with. You told me that you haven't dealt with African American men in a while. So
You
her
didn't
from
say
her
in a
past,
while. You
you
said,
didn't
No, it's because you kept cutting them off. You wouldn't shut up. Goddamn.
you didn't
I,
even let me finish. Can I finish
Okay.
what
Let
okay,
Let's
go
let him
ahead.
finish.
I'm
Go ahead, Cliff.
So
Okay.
basically, she said she haven't dealt with African American men in a while because of her past experience. Don't get me wrong. She's like she have dealt with Nigerian men as well. But
Hmm.
she had some past experience with them as well. So I was like, okay, cool. But it was just giving me that if she haven't dealt with an African American man, it just felt like I think she was more towards like Nigerian might be more towards her preference. And then just to
Hmm.
piggyback off
But
that,
you can't make that decision for me. If I said I was open to get to know you,
Well, I can make a decision for myself to not talk to you if I don't feel comfortable talking to you. If you bring up to me, look, I ain't think those African American men in a while or Black Americans in a while. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you trying to put on me? Like, okay, that's fine. Like, what is it? I almost don't even want. Like, you might as well go ahead and date somebody else because I got slim chances with you. You probably will go off on me about something small that you wouldn't go off on them about. So I'm gonna just ease out of this one and back on up. You know what I mean?
you was open and
like,
optimistic, but then again, a few of the girls on the show, from her episode, brought it up to my attention that she was talking to a whole Nigerian man that's 53 years old. So I was just shocked about it because I'm like, and then she was, the girls was shocked about it because they're like, why is she even on the show?
He said taking care of. Is he paying your bills, homegirl? Is he if he's paying your bills, I might not be able to. Like, I guess I'm the side dude. I mean, I've heard of girls getting taken care of and they have a boyfriend or whatever, and their boyfriend don't know, not a husband. So at that time, maybe the tides will turn. If I didn't know, and then let's say if we moved on and moved in together, he ain't taking care of you no more. What are you going to expect from me that I don't know? Provider to how much are you taking care of? He's taking care of your phone bill, your rent, and everything else. Like a big old kid, he's just paying for everything. Like, what's the schematics of that?
And then
Hmm.
wait.
and
So,
then
you saying the girls in the group said that I was talking to this guy now?
you explained it to them,
No,
right?
I was not talking. I'm not
Damn,
talking to this guy now. Like this was like
ladies, come on.
earlier part of this year. So whatever
And it,
got
So, Ro,
missaid.
just to confirm, when you came on the
Yeah.
show, are you single?
Yes. Like I wouldn't. For them to say like this guy was taking care of me. Yes, this guy was taking care of me, but this was like way like earlier part of this year. So that had nothing to do with me. Like I literally came on the show with great intentions.
Okay, how many of them on the show did you know? Like, did you know any of them already from like years ago? Are these like some of these girls know you for years or months? If it was something earlier this year and they're mentioning it to him, that means they got to be putting it out there to him as if this happened in the past. Hey, she used to have this man taking care of, or she said earlier this year I had this Nigerian dude, and they're making it seem like, hey, there's this dude that's been taking care of her. He might be still around. How did they say it to you, homeboy? That's what I want to know. If they said, what's the certain way they said it to you? Like, as she's still doing it now, or this happened in the past and he could still be lurking around?
I'm finding
Okay.
somebody. So I don't like that you took what somebody else said instead of like getting it from me because you never even asked that from me. I don't feel like that's right.
I just feel like because you explained it on the show to the girls and everything, and they brought it up to
But
me.
you keep saying to the girls,
Um,
but you never addressed
So
me
you
about
guys
it.
never had a conversation about this.
Exactly. We never had a discussion about it. So you are going
I
by
felt
he
like
say, she
I
say.
didn't want to bring that up. I didn't want to
Because
bring that
you
because
that
I
means
feel
that
like
you
she was gonna
wasn't really
twist it.
interested.
No, it
You
wasn't
wasn't
that.
interested in getting
It
to know
just
me then.
it wasn't that. It just showed me that she was bragging about it like to the girls on the
I
show.
wasn't bragging.
oh, well, first of all, here's two things. Here's two sides. One side, one, he's so nonchalant with this shit. One side is Arlette locked in. Like, hold on, what's going on here? um, it is one thing to not bring it up to her in conversation in private, like like off camera, whatever. Like, hey, they've been telling me, look, it's me and you right now. These girls said such and such about a Nigerian guy taking care of you. Is this true? And like he said, he felt like you was gonna twist it. Like, you gonna lie to me if I bring it up. That, like, if I bring up things, you was probably gonna twist it. That's what he felt like, though. That he wasn't sure of that. So if I would have took whatever she said with a grain of salt, I would have brought it up to her like, hey, they telling me you got like some guy taking care of you over some drinks and some food or whatever. And like, what's going on with that? Is he paying for your rent or phone bill? Just give it to me straight. You gotta know how to, just talk to him, bring stuff out of him. It's an honest conversation. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I've heard somebody say one thing to me, then the next day, the person that you ask about the situation, they say something completely different and flip it. Then you hear back from the people. It's like, hey, did such and such talk about such and such? And it's like, yeah, this person told me such and such and such and such. And they're just like, no, here's proof. And then they show you pictures, text messages, screenshots. Like, you like, damn, and you figure out this person's lying. Maybe he could have did it that way, but at the same time, with the way he's saying it, he's making it seem like the girls told him that she was bragging about it. Like, I'm about to get me a new man and I'm getting taken care of, everything paid. And if they saying that to him, he gonna feel a type of way. Like, oh, hell no, you ain't about to be getting taken care of, and then you probably gonna expect some crazy shit from me. Like, I ain't paying your rent. I ain't about to pay your rent. Like, what?
Like that was
Like, how
just
can
the
you go by?
that was
I
just
don't
the
get
thing
it.
that
How can you go by he say, she say? I would never do that
And we don't even know how she's being taken care of, what's being paid or what. We don't know.
to you because even in the group chat, I heard some stuff you were saying, but I never said, "Oh, I'm not gonna talk to Cliff because I'm hearing this." Like, I'm 33 years old. I wouldn't go back and be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna talk to him because I heard this."
Like
I'm an
what?
So,
adult.
Ro,
Like,
all the
I
Let's
make my
girls
hear.
own decisions.
are in a group chat together from the episode. Is that where
Like
this
the
information is
girls,
coming from?
right?
Uh
So
huh.
the girls have a group chat that we made a group chat because we wanted to go out after the show and like hang out. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what the group chat was morely about.
Mhm.
And so it just turned to something else. And I'm not trying to put the other girls out there because I look, I got to know everybody. But I don't know what girls he's pertaining to because I honestly was not in the back bragging about some 50-year-old man taking care of me because that's not what it is. And I wish you would have addressed me like personally and then I would have told you no. That was like way back then. I mean, that's how communication started. And I told you on the show, communication is a real big issue for me.
We 50-50 on that. All three of us are 50-50.
That's my love language.
All three of us.
If you can't communicate with me and you're going by like what the streets are saying, like you would never have a real relationship. And
The
it
streets.
wasn't about
that's just
the
pure
streets of saying.
honesty.
It was multiple people that was bringing.
I'm just saying like
We
It's
street
said that. We said it's fam. That wasn't the streets. They was right there. Yo, group chat is the streets now.
like outside
it's
people.
but it's multiple people bringing up
They wasn't outside. They was in there with you.
the same
But
situation.
you're still saying multiple people instead of addressing it from the person that it happened to. So
So,
now
Cliff,
it feels like I'm sorry. Like now it feels like you're trying to make me look bad on bad on this show. Like, oh, she had this man taking care of her while she came on the show. I haven't seen that man in months. Like literally.
You don't have to. Fam, there's people getting taken care of right now that they might see the person once every 3 months or once every 6 months. There are some men and some women, well, mostly the men. There's some dudes out there that are stanky rich, like getting so much money to the point they just spilling it. Some of these girls get lucky and get a whole apartment paid off for like a few years. Lease is up, but like, oh, I'm my apartment, $10,000 a month. I got this rich man taking care of me. I'll be seeing him once every 6 months, But when he call me, I gotta go to him. That's the only caveat. I can't let my husband know, or I can't let my boyfriend know. That happens. It's a real thing.
Months.
So Cliff, did you ever like once think like, okay, you know what? I'm hearing this. Let me go ahead and speak with her and get more clarification.
No, I didn't really want to. I didn't want to bring it to her attention because I just feel like we'll be in a debate like how it is right now, just constantly like it was just go back and
It's not
forth.
a
It
debate.
would have
I'm
been
defending
us going back and
myself.
forth, and like
I'm
she
defending
saying that
myself.
it was just like she bringing it up like it was past years or something when it was probably could have been recently. So I just didn't
It
want to.
wasn't recent though.
So I don't really know what it was, so I didn't really want to necessarily talk about it like at that point because I
Okay.
feel like she would have just probably said like, "Oh, it was in the past" or some years ago.
Because that's true. Like I'm gonna defend myself. If it's not
That's,
if it's true,
So this confirms how the girls were talking to him about it. This is happening right now. She's gonna try to make it seem like she did just now, try to make it seem like it was years ago or back in the past. It was. That ain't whatever such and such said. Like, nigga, your rent was due 2 days ago. He paid that shit early for you.
would tell you if it's not true, I would tell you it's not true. Like I'm gonna defend myself.
that's fine.
So how was it brought up to you, Cliff? Like you reached out to the other girls or they reached out
No,
to
actually,
you? Like how?
actually, it was one that she was actually cool with. But yeah, she reached out to me and told me, and she was like she can't believe that she told her that because she literally explained it to her. And then this was actually one of the girls that actually popped on me that
Popped
told
you?
me it
Oh,
personally.
okay.
So, and she told me that she was bragging about it, and she thought about it like, why is you even on the show if you announcing
And I
and telling?
honestly feel like I
Yeah.
already know who you're talking about, and that's probably the main person that was causing all the mess. But I'm not gonna say anything.
I mean, but
Mm.
No, say something, niggas.
like I said,
I wish,
that
but
You
honestly,
ain't doing nothing else.
at the end of the day, you're my match. I'm your match. You talking to her about me is
I,
not
I
okay.
would. I
You
mean, it
should
was
have
brought to
reached
my
out to
attention.
me to
I didn't
ask
say
me.
nothing. I didn't even
Nigga,
know
she gave me a warning. What are you talking about?
anything. It was brought to my attention.
I know, but when you
So
heard that,
First of all, I don't want you. I popped on you. I ain't want nothing up there. I don't, whatever. One of the girls that popped on them or whatever, right? Look, I'm good on you. But I can't see no man get done this dirty. Man, she got this man taking care of her. This Nigerian man, he like 50 something. I'm telling you. Better watch out.
you should have been like, "Ro, like, is this true?"
I
And I would
heard
have been like, "No,
this.
Cliff, that's not true." Like she might have misheard something or misread something because I keep all my receipts. Like I have messages too.
that's
So I
fine.
wish you would have addressed me first and been like, "Ro, she said this. Is this true?" And I would have told you. I have nothing to hide. Promise you.
Okay. So Cliff, you got this information and then right after you got that was it. You never spoke to Ro again?
Yeah, I really did. I kind of like, I just fell back like off, bro. I couldn't deal with like
I
all that.
want
Just
no
hearing the
parts.
information and then just with the whole, she kept bringing up like, oh, how I was constantly saying person name and stuff. It was just giving me a lot of like, I was gonna pull my dreads out to be honest with you. Like, I just didn't want to keep conversation where like it was just,
This guy is making me
I
trying
don't
to
know.
make me
It's
look
just
bad.
I just left it alone because I just wanted to like kind of move on because it was just I feel like it was be a lot of going back and forth with me and her. So I'm
Okay.
not that kind of person to keep going back and forth and always having to talk and I'm just like a more peace and smooth. But with Ro, it's just like yeah, it's just constantly have to like go back and forth. So I didn't want to kind of deal with that. So I wanted to keep my peace. So I kind of
It
just
makes her sound like a high class escort. Like it just makes her sound like she's just on call for this dude. If she disappears from you for like a few days and she said it's some sort of business trip, it's probably with that guy. I don't know.
left it as it is and just let it just let it die down. Really, to be honest with you.
Okay. So were you interested in her to begin with? Like
I mean, I was, but with
I don't think so.
all the information and stuff that I got, it just kind of like
The information that you
made
got.
me, it just made me kind of like think twice, and then just from the text message and stuff, because I don't know, I just started thinking a little bit, and then plus when we rode in the car together, she didn't really want to match with me anyway when she explained everything to me, so. That was another thing because I really wasn't truly her match, and she explained that to me in the car. So,
Okay.
that was another
I
reason.
never told you that,
Okay.
Cliff.
You did tell me that.
That's the vibe you gave him. Vibes. Everybody looking for vibes now. That was the vibe he was giving me.
Did tell me.
I did not. Why are you trying to make me look
I'm,
bad?
I'm really not. So
You
I'm
are, but
like,
it's
see, that's
fine. You
what
know what?
Arlette. That's why I
Here's
said
the
I
Arlette.
came on here.
This is why I
I came
said I
on
didn't
here
want.
with to
This
be.
why I didn't
I
want
came
to.
on
Sorry,
here
guys.
with
Hold
the.
on. One person at a time. I can't hear.
I let him talk. I came on here with great intentions to, not to like make him look bad, just go with the flow, like tell him, my side.
Hmm.
But like the stuff that you're saying is kind of crazy because for you to say that I sat in your car in the car and said that you was not my match, I would never say that. That has not.
No, you didn't. She's not paying attention. Homegirl, you didn't have to say it. He said from the way you explain things to him, you're not Rip fam. If it's a string of things and you're long distance and I'm not saying it can't work for some other couple in the future that starts off rough in their long distance. Don't know. Sometimes you know somebody and years later you link back up and it works, but who knows? But at the same time, if you're frustrated over him mentioning some girl you're saying multiple times, and he's saying that fam only talked about her like one other time, and you're saying he kept bringing her up, he's like, okay, that's one. He's thinking about that, right? And then he's thinking about what the girls told him, not what the girls told him, but then whatever car ride y'all took back to the airport, whatever the heck. He's getting the vibes the way you're explaining things, probably about your life. He ain't even bothered to go into detail to have people save face. He's like if he's getting a vibe like, all right, you was frustrating me at brunch. Now you explaining things to me in a way that it's like, I guess, does she even really want to match me with the way she's saying things now? Like, I guess I'm not that person. And then after that, the girls come to him automatically by themselves talking about, yeah, she got this dude taking care of her back where she lives at back home, or I don't know if he lives in the area. The stuff with the Nigerian dude, I'm just guessing. They already said the age or whatever. She admitted that was something, but I don't know the details of being taken care of. I'm guessing everything paying and high class escort and all that stuff. Who knows? But at the same time, it's like once you combined all those things together, it's just like, fam, I guess this girl really don't. She don't really want me. She already good back home, and I'm hearing too many things, and it's just not. I'm about to pull my dress out.
That came out my mouth ever. As I watched the show, I was not your match. When I watched the show, I was not your match. You literally was on that show asking the same questions to every lady. And the only question you were asking the lady was about travel. It was nothing about them genuinely, like as a person. It was nothing about them bringing anything to the table. It was nothing about.
Is this what she explained to you in the car? Well, actually, no. She ain't had time to watch your episodes before you were on, unless she was in a hotel and watched them. I don't know.
It was nothing about them internally.
Airbnb, my bad.
You were only asking about travel. So to me, like you were on the show just to find someone to travel with. And honestly, when I watched it, I kind of looked and was like, this guy really wasn't even really that interested in me because you didn't really ask me any questions. The only person that was really asking me questions was Rob. Like nobody,
And
you honestly did not show interest in me. Like you did not. And and I know I didn't tell you you was not my match because I honestly wanted to match with you because you were older. I like that you were calm. Like I want a man that's calm. I don't want a man that's rowdy because I'm already like energetic. Like
Hmm.
I chose you because of those
You mean like he's been this whole time
characteristics that I seen. You
nonchalant?
were calm, you were older. You cared yourself more, better. I liked how you were dressed. Like so
Yeah.
you can't say that I chose you. I didn't like you were not my initial match because if that was the case, I would pop my balloon, honestly. At the end of the day, like
Right.
that's just it. But honestly, to me, watching the show with my friends and family, it just seemed like you just wanted a match, and it didn't really feel like you wanted something genuine because your questions were not in a genuine
My man, does this sound different than what she was saying in the car? Is she putting on a different act here? This is not what you heard in the car, right? Like she said something completely different. Like this is like, dude, you ain't sound like this in the car when you was talking to me. This is a whole fad. Hell no.
place. It was just like, oh, where have you been? Where have you traveled? That's it. Point blank. Period.
Okay. Cliff, anything you want to add to
I
it?
mean, that was one question I asked because that's clearly what everybody came out and mostly everybody say. So traveling was one big thing about me. But when we were in the car, she clearly did say that Rob, who was the last person that was down with me, that
Hmm.
she would have chose Rob, but she wanted to do something different. Rob was more of her preference. but she only
Yes,
chose me
I was
because she
stepping out of
wanted to
my
do
comfort
something different.
zone.
Is that what she said in the car?
So she
You're
wanted to
right. I
step
was
out of her
stepping out of my.
comfort.
Oh, so she would have chose. I mean, she did say her thing was Rob, you know, and then I guess she was explaining whatever the car. Rob was involved in the car. That might
Comfort
have been.
So
zone.
that clearly means
But I
that
didn't say
Rob.
that you were not my match. I said Rob is someone I would have normally went for, but I chose you. I chose you for a reason. So you can't just say that because just like you were bragging about the other girl, like y'all had a lot of common interests. I'm not doing you that way, but now you're making it seem like
Bragging.
I
I
did
don't
not
think he was bragging.
want to
Well,
choose
I
you. I
don't
chose
know,
you for a
man. I wasn't
reason.
there. I
If I
wasn't
would have
there.
if I wanted to choose Rob, I would have, but I didn't. I wanted to step out my comfort zone because I liked your demeanor. Like I said, you were calm, you were
Mm.
cool, collected. Like I'm just confused on where all this coming from.
So
But
you felt like when she said Rob is what she usually goes for, you're
Well, it
thinking
wasn't
like,
just. I mean, not even just that. It was just everything though that just led up to just where we at
It was a
like now.
combination. It
So,
was a combination.
I just
okay.
didn't want to continue to like deal with like everything that was going on. So
Okay. So there was no closure. Like, hey, I don't think
Too many
this
signs.
is no, it's gonna not gonna
exactly, he didn't even give
work.
me closure. Like that's
Hell no.
immature. Like that's all you could have said was like, "Bro, I heard this about you. Is it true?" I would have.
I could go with the aspect of he didn't say anything to her, didn't bring up no conversation about no dude taking care of her and whatever else. Maybe he could have called her and been like, "Look, I don't think we gonna match because a lot of things you're explaining to me matching up with this." And then, is there like a guy taking care of you or something like that? You know, some people you bring up something like that could possibly be true, but they didn't want you to know. Then they bring it up like, "Oh my bad, 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 bad," and then come back to you weeks later like, "Look, my bad. This is what happened." You know what I mean? But he didn't even want to go through that. I can see the immaturity and that how he didn't want to give her a call, and they matched on YouTube. You knew everybody's gonna find this out. You get millions of views every day on the episodes you want. People gonna look into your stuff. Who this person dating, where they live at, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? She had to notice. Like, why would she even bring up that you had a Nigerian guy taking care of you? You shouldn't even bring that up, homegirl, because now it's just another stack on you, just hard to gonna get off. You know what I mean? But yeah, I could see that to her point. You could have called her about it.
Told you. And then you could have made you could have said, okay, well, I don't want to continue this. And I would have been like, okay, I understand. You didn't even give me that.
Hey, those girls would have told Rob about that Nigerian dude too. Rob would have got that message. Maybe Rob would have handled it different. Don't know.
I would have gave you
Ro,
that. I honestly would have gave you that.
Did you reach out to him when you didn't hear from
No,
him?
because I felt like there was no need for me to reach out because if he really was interested in me and if he really wanted to know like whatever he heard was true, then he would have reached out to me. I didn't reach out. After he said, "Oh, I'll text you in the morning," and then I didn't hear back. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
That's it. And after you kirked out on him and got on him and all that other stuff, you ain't decide to reach out. Like maybe I might have was a little bit too hard on him. You know what I mean? And then you didn't even. Damn, nobody reached out to nobody.
Okay. Oh my God, that's a lot for only knowing each other. What was that? All in like a week?
that's what I'm saying. That's just too much. It's just too much to deal with. Like
Don't try to make it seem
it's
like
just
it's
too much
me
to deal with
though.
within a week, and I'm just really not trying to do all that. Like
Don't
It's like, you see all that stuff right there, all that right there she just did. That's too much right there. It's too much to do.
make
really
it seem
not.
like it's just
I'm
me.
just
Like
I'm just
you
saying it's
you
just
you have you
Arlette.
have
And then
blame in
even
it
it's crazy
too.
because like even the messages and stuff I show my guys, it's like wow, like you going through like dealing with all that and y'all barely even know.
Messages.
Yo, he's showing the homeboys the text message. He's showing him his text messages like, hey, look at this shit. Damn, you doing all that? What's your Instagram? Shoot, how good she look? She look good. I mean, she don't even look all that, fam. It ain't worth it. She don't look that good to be doing all this. Delete that, man. I'm sorry.
That she sent you?
Yeah, just it was essays, paragraphs, like books.
Yes, because if I
It's
can't talk to you during the day, I'm gonna send you a message and tell you all this that we're talking about because we're getting to know each other.
Oh man.
yeah.
All this you showing your boys and stuff. See, that's childish. I don't
Sending you paragraphs because you don't want to call you because a Nigerian dude over.
It's
do
not
stuff like that.
childish. It's not
It
childish.
is childish.
It's
Why would you
not.
show your boys my
It's
messages
it,
that's for you?
it's some like just
That's
to show
childish.
like
I have
this is
not showed any
because
of my
you are my
friends.
match. So I showed them like look what I'm
It
going
doesn't
through.
matter. I'm your
I
match.
wouldn't show them the text message. Why'd you show them the text messages, dude? I'm trying to. Man, come on now.
I'm not their match.
But it's just like I
Man,
said,
both of y'all need to get it together, man. Now, he's showing text messages, showing exposing business everywhere. You got secret people taking care of you, paying your bills or whatever. However they doing that, making all that up, but we don't know how he's taking care of her once again.
I don't show my
It's-
friends
it
my
was a lot.
messages of you.
It was a lot, and I just
You have a lot. You have a lot of growing up to do, but it's
I
okay.
really
Like
don't.
you do.
I really
Both
don't.
of
Because
y'all
there's
do.
no way I'm gonna be showing my friends my guys' messages like, oh yeah, she did that. Like,
No, I
come
was
on
just
now.
showing them like, look what I'm going through. Like,
No, you
and I
don't do
barely even know
that.
you.
You don't do
Like, that's
that. You
crazy.
don't
I
do
didn't say
that.
I.
Hey, anybody watching this, men or women, however you want to take it, if you send somebody a text message and they show their friends a big ass paragraph text messages like this, boom, and they go, hey, look at this crap. Not even look at this crap. Hey man, look at this. How did that make you feel? Somebody's, hey, look at this. It's crazy. This person crazy. Wow. I don't even know you. You sending all the text messages. I've seen girls do that before. I've seen dudes and girls. They won't show me what the message actually says. Sometimes they do. But what happens is sometimes they'll put the phone and go like this, man, look at this. And they know that somebody's going to know, like they see a big ass blue thing taking up the whole phone screen and they scroll up and it's multiple big giant blue things. And it's just like, yo, fam, I ain't even responding to you. I don't feel like reading that. there's some times in my phone, right? To where Arlette, I think Arlette want to laugh so bad. There's some times on my phone. It's been a very like years since I've got a crazy text message, but there's been times to where I see a text message pop up, right? And then if I push the button to open it, if I see big blue, like a big ass blue thing on the screen, big blue, I automatically call the person. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like I wasn't even about to read all that. What's going on? What you want? What you got to talk about? And then sometimes hey, let's go sit down at Fridays down the street or something like that. And then we can go sit, so or some food or whatever, talk about the situation serious or what, or blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So
Showed them the whole message, but like,
It
look
don't
at the
matter.
essay.
You don't do
All
that.
right,
Okay.
You don't do
All
that.
right,
well,
guys.
that's
We're-
what you don't do. You don't
And
have
for
to do
one,
it.
We're
like
not
I
gonna get
said,
anywhere, guys.
Yeah,
I
this is
know.
not it.
That's
And
why
for
I
one, you
left it
should
at.
have addressed
That's why I
me.
left it at it was. That's
You
why.
should have addressed
That's
me
why I
about
left it at it
everything
was.
that you felt
It
about
wasn't no. It
me.
wasn't a purpose. Like no,
Oh,
I wasn't about to do that. So
Okay.
And that's fine.
Well, we can see. Yeah, this.
Yeah, it's fine.
There's a
You
lot.
just have
There's
a
a
lot of
lot.
you have a lot of maturing to do. I'm just gonna let you know that.
thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
You are welcome.
Thank
Because
you.
all this he say, she say, baby, I am not in high school. I'm not.
That's
If
fine.
I need to know it, if I need to know something, I'm gonna ask the person. Point blank. Period. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask that person.
All right. Well, in other news, for us to go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. I'm done. Y'all need to get it together. Stop showing people text messages, and you need to get this little Nigerian man together. All right? You need to figure that shit out before you start dating again. God damn.